Here are 5 things you need to know about service dogs for disabled veterans. This video is sponsored by my boot camp. Check it out. So I have PTSD, and I can prove that I have PTSD. It's a chronic, ongoing condition that's never going to get better, and I'm going to be dealing with it for the rest of my life. I trained my dog myself to be a service dog. I filled out the application, got the tag, I'm good to go. His personality fits in with my disability. He's a cattle dog. They're a one-person dog. His job is literally to watch my 6. When he's next to me, his eyes are, I don't know, kind of on the side of his head or whatever. His spidey senses are 10 times better than mine, probably more, right? He's a dog. So literally, he's on the leash in a public place. He's working all the time, basically, right? He could see what I can't see. I don't like people around me. Nobody's going to come up and like sneak up on me and tap me on the back. Just him being there, people aren't going to come up and touch me and get real close to me. So he's a deterrent is the majority of it, but he does his job well. And, you know, we're around each other. I haven't left him in 3 years. And then I think I left him probably for a day. So 4 or 5 years, like he goes with me everywhere. I know where he's at. He knows where I'm at. Like this is a 24/7 thing that we have going on. So here's a few things you need to know about service dogs in general. They do not need special training. You can train them yourself. I have PTSD. I've trained my dog to help me with my PTSD. You fill out the application at your county or whatever, and they give you the little service animal tag. Like, that's it. Or you could go pay $200,000 in some organization and have somebody else train them up for you. But for me, it works. It's different for everybody. You know, if you need them to open doors, you know, that's different training. I just need him to be around me and, you know, be in my space and let me know if anybody's in my space, which is kind of like our space, right? Your service animal does not need to be marked. A lot of people like to put the vest on, and it's kind of more of a, all right, man, it's time to suit up. And then it's kind of like a deterrent, like, oh, that's a service dog. He's clearly marked. They don't need that. They don't need any special bells and whistles, any of that shit. I don't run any of that stuff on Clyde. He doesn't need it, and I don't need it. So I don't do the vest thing. When you're in public, they can only ask you 2 questions, which is why they don't ask them, because most people don't know this. Is your service dog required for a disability? The answer is yes. What work or task does he do to help with the disability? He's there helping with my disability. That's his task. Like, that's the answer. So those are the 2 things. They can't ask you any other questions about, you know, what kind of training, what your disability is. Does your service animal help you with a disability? Yes. What task has he been performed to do? If he opens the fridge for you, you can say that if you want to, but, you know, he helps you with my disabilities, fine. Just shut the conversation down and go grab groceries and get out of there. Some service dog owners like to argue. My mom's friend's one of them. And I get it because they bully a lot of people, and there's a lot of service hamsters and bullshit parakeets that are not service animals, and they like to go test the waters and stuff. So it gives a lot of people that actually have service dogs a bad rap, and some people like to challenge it because they win 100% of the time. The deeper you go into a conversation with an employee at a store, or a public official, or anybody, the worse it gets for them. Oh, you want to call the cops? Perfect, get them out here. Then it's really going to get stupid. They're literally, the deeper they go and the more they question, the more the lawsuit's going to happen, because you're literally stepping over the ADA line the more questions they ask. So some people like to challenge that. I don't like the confrontation. If I ever am asked, I know what to say, and I'm walking. I'm not being stopped or anything like that. I'm walking. And nobody's putting their hands on me or anything like that. So, you know, that's basically service dogs in a nutshell. It's all over the board, but you could train your service dog. If your animal helps you with your PTSD and you train him to be a service dog, that's all you need. Go get the little tag, costs $30, done. You don't need to recertify. There's all sorts of just bullshit stuff out there. So that's my 2 cents about service dogs. So one of the things is PTSD, and it's good to get a rating for it. This would be another good reason. I talk about this in my boot camp as well. Links in the description. Need to get a diagnosis for it. It's not going to work with every single mental health condition. I don't have the current laws. I just know PTSD is one of them. So if you have it, pursue getting a service dog. I mean, I don't have people around me. I have my service dog. He's here all the time. Like he loves me always, no matter what I do.
If you need to appeal your VA claim, check out Hill and Ponton at hillandponton.com. See if they can help you out. Also, if you're at Camp Lejeune between 53 and 87, you may be eligible for additional benefits. Links for both of those are in the description. Don't forget to sign up for my boot camp if you want to learn more about my process, which is the VA claims process. You're going to need medical evidence to win your VA claim. If you're missing a diagnosis, severity of your symptoms, or a nexus, and your doctor won't do it for you, send an email to Second Strata and see if they can help you with your missing medical evidence.